I got to admit, there's a lot to like about LeBron James. A lot to like. This is a kid that was front and center national news going back to sophomore, junior year of high school at St. Vincent St. Mary's. He's had the pressure of the entire world on him, and you've seen over the course of the past 2 decades a young man become a man, become that dude, become one of the all-time icons in the game of basketball. That's what LeBron James has become. He's been there game after game, season after season for over a decade and a half. He's won championships. He's stayed out of trouble off the court. He's done a lot of good work from a philanthropic and social platform perspective off the court. All reports you get, good husband, good family man, good father. And fundamentally, a lot of things to really like about LeBron James, even his style of play, from the aspect of actively looking and seeking to get others involved, not always just having to be about getting his shot and getting his offense in. Like, there is something fundamentally likable about him when it comes to those types of things. But sometimes LeBron just does these things that make him really, really hard to like in the moment. Like, really, really hard to like. And I'm not just talking about hey, I'm pretending I'm reading a book, but it's always to the first chapter because it's some staged photo op type of crap. I'm not even talking about the decision stuff and hey, it got too tough for me in Cleveland, so I'm going to go jump ship and play on Dwayne Wade's team. I feel like in some ways he was redeemed once he went back to Cleveland, and then even going to Los Angeles. Like, could people really blame him? And beyond all of that, I can't really begrudge him too much for exercising the leverage that he has. We'd do the same thing if we were in that position. Now, I still think it was always a punk-ass move to go down to Miami, but it worked. So what do I know? But sometimes LeBron just does these things that are just, and says these things that are just, what are you thinking? And when it comes down to what he said the other day about not winning the NBA's Most Valuable Player award for this season, it just came across wrong in so many different ways. Number one, it made LeBron seem way more focused on individual accomplishments and achievements than a guy like him in a position like him, for as long as he has been, should be. Like, he should know better. There's certainly absolutely nothing wrong with setting individual goals for yourself. That's the name of the game. But to be so vocal about it and kind of come across like this whiny, petulant little bitch about it was just really off-putting. And then when he's going back and talking about history and time, it's like, dude, don't you have other more important, pressing things to worry about here? And is all of this because you didn't win the league's MVP award, and you're going to sit there and talk about something related to narratives? Like, there isn't a pro-LeBron narrative in so many different ways? Give me a freaking break. That'd be like me saying, as an MJ guy, that MJ never had any narratives in his favor. Christ almighty, what the hell am I talking about if I said something so ridiculously stupid? Like, LeBron has in some ways been buried at times by the narratives, and at some other times certainly been propped up and elevated to unrealistic levels due to said narratives. So it goes with the territory. You get both of them sometimes. But this assertion that he put out there, saying, in other words, that he didn't agree, that he should have been the league's MVP, is just a crock of shit this year. Like, this whole notion of LeBron's the best player in the game and therefore he should win the MVP award every year is stupid. It is not what the MVP award is. It's not best player in the game. It is most valuable player. And when you talk about this 2019-2020 season, you could certainly make a very, very, very strong argument that if there was any candidate from the Lakers that should be up for most valuable player, it's Anthony Davis, not LeBron James. So first and foremost, I would ask LeBron, what in the blue hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? It is clear to anybody with eyes that it is great and transcendent of a talent and an all-time great and icon as you are in the game, in this 2020 season, Anthony Davis is the more valuable player to the Los Angeles Lakers, period. So why are you bitching? And then to diminish what Giannis accomplished. Like he's a back-to-back league MVP. You've been that before too, LeBron. That's a pretty big freaking deal. And you know what? Giannis freaking deserved it. Because when you look at the history and the pedigree and the tradition of what you kind of see associated with the MVP award, more often than not, there are certainly some notable examples. I see Karl Malone winning the MVP award as a total crock of shit over MJ, who led a 69-win Bulls team in 97. Traditionally, the most valuable player award goes to the best player on the best team or one of the best teams. And Giannis doesn't have an Anthony Davis type of dude on his team. Giannis ain't got that. What Giannis and his team did have in the regular season were more wins than your Lakers squad. And all the while, Giannis is also winning Defensive Player of the Year. So not only was he doing big things offensively, he was a force on the defensive end, but LeBron is going to sit there because he's LeBron James and his sheep and fanboys and fangirls are going to sit there and whine and piss and moan and cry, both fans in general, but especially the media. Good God almighty, gag me. LeBron should win the MVP. We should change the standard and the definition. No, we shouldn't. That's stupid. What really aggravates me about all of this with LeBron is the fact that, dude, you're in the playoffs. Giannis' award was for the regular season. Antetokounmpo had a better regular season than you, LeBron. It is okay, but that is a fact. He had a better regular season. He merited and deserved the most valuable player of the NBA regular season award. Anybody that disagrees needs to have their head examined, unless they think it was somebody like a James Harden or somebody. Even then you can have that conversation. We'll throw Anthony Davis out there, that's fine, no matter what. One thing we should be able to agree on is that this year, this one moment in time, it wasn't LeBron James. And it's not even saying that he's still not technically the best player in the world. You can very certainly make a very strong argument for that. But best player in the world does not automatically equate to most valuable player. What is so hard for so many of these media folks involved with the NBA to understand when it comes to the MVP award in the NBA? It traditionally, more often than not, has gone to the best player on the best team or one of the best teams during the regular season. It is a regular season award! Doesn't matter if Giannis' team is eliminated from the playoffs now and LeBron's is still playing. It's about the regular season, and that's the way it should be. If you want to talk about what you should carry it over into the playoffs, that's not how it works. And furthermore, ding-dong, dumb dicks, that's why you got a finals MVP. Why the hell is LeBron whining about the regular season MVP? You're still in the playoffs. Why don't you try and go out there and make it to the NBA finals, win a damn ring, get your fourth ring, and how about this? You'll win the damn finals MVP. Like, and realistically, regular season MVP is nice. I personally would rather have the NBA Finals MVP because not only does that indicate that I was the best player in the most important time of the season for anybody on any team, anywhere, but that will mean that I also won an NBA championship. It's just dumb. And these media folks talking about LeBron should have been MVP. No, just no. If we want to go, well, he's the best player, so he should win it every year. Jordan was the best player in the league in 89 and 90 seasons. He didn't win MVP. He was the best player in the league in 93. He didn't win MVP. Barkley did. Because Barkley was traded in that offseason to the Suns, and they had a better regular season record. That's why in the 93 Finals series, they had home field advantage, or home court advantage throughout the playoffs, and up to and including the NBA Finals where they took on the Bulls. As much as I would love to say Jordan should have won the MVP in 93. I can make an argument, but I don't have a lot of beef with that. Malone in 97 got tons of beef. Because Jordan was the best player on a better team in the regular season, and he's just a better player. He was crap. But the point I'm getting at here is, if it was based solely off of being the best player in the world, then you only have a couple of other guys that ever win the MVP award. And that's not what it's designed to do. That's stupid. And the other sports don't do it that way either traditionally. And goddamn, it's ridiculous. And you start seeing these people talking about, oh, LeBron should have won like 7 MVPs right now. When? What's it got, 4 of them? Okay, damn, that's cool. He was MVP 2009, 2010 seasons, 2012, 2013. Okay, tell me when the hell else LeBron James was supposed to win the MVP award. First one I know the dumb dick audience is going to come up with is 07. He should have won it, taking that team of the Cavs to the finals. Problem is, it's a regular season award. Dirk had quite a few scrubs around him, along with Jason Terry and Josh Howard. Yeah, that's how far back we're going in time. Dirk Nowitzki was the league MVP because he played in the superior conference in the West. And his team won 67 games and was the 1 seed, regardless of what happened against the Warriors team in the first round when they got beaten 6 games. The fact is, in the regular season, Dirk was the MVP. End of discussion. What, was he going to get it in 2011 over Derrick Rose? Bulls had a better record. And Derrick Rose was the unquestioned dude, where LeBron was playing with Bosh and Wade. They couldn't even get the best record in the regular season that year. Give me a fucking break. What, 2014 over KD? No. Just no. Like, this is where we start getting into the stupid season. And people don't understand what the MVP award is supposed to measure and it's supposed to get. Like, they're going to say, oh, what about Steph Curry in 2015 and 2016? 2015, Warriors had big turnaround. You know, maybe that one's a little bit debatable, but even then I'd say, you know what? It's cool that Steph Curry got it. Best player, best team. 2016, they went 73-9. Who the hell did you think was going to win MVP? Russell Westbrook, when he was putting up the triple-double stuff. Like, it's really hard to go against that. James Harden. Like, where's LeBron winning these other MVPs that people are referring to that he should have won? I think you're full of crap. But it's just beyond all of this. From the LeBron should have won more MVPs when he really shouldn't have. From trying to diminish what Giannis accomplished again this regular season, which is crap. LeBron could still be an all-time great player and have had a great season, which he certainly did and certainly is. And yet and still, Giannis' regular season was just better. That's what the MVP award is supposed to measure. It's most valuable player. How can LeBron be the most valuable player in the league when you can make a very strong argument that he's not even the most valuable player on his own team? Now, why in the hell, during the Western Conference Finals, are we hearing LeBron James whining, pissing, moaning, and bitching about the fact that he didn't win a regular season MVP award? Who the hell cares? He's still in the playoffs. Use it as motivation. If LeBron would have come out and said, congrats to Giannis. I'm still the best player in the world, and I'm still playing, and I'm going to go do my damnedest to win a ring. I'd have no problem with that. I'd be like, you know what? He's giving a dude his respect, yet at the same time saying, what the hell does it really mean? Kind of like the backhanded dismissal. But not just coming across like this, like he sometimes does. Like, it's those moments in time where I really want to embrace LeBron James and fully get behind him. And he does crap like this, and it's just really, really hard to do so. But beyond all else, can folks just accept that it is possible for a truly great transcendent player like LeBron James to not have to win the most valuable player award in the regular season every year? Especially in a year like this where he wasn't the most valuable player in the league, let alone on his own damn team.